Good afternoon, it's Nikki, and what do you know about collagen? What do you know about if it's supposed to be something that you take every single day? And is it worth the money? Well, I'm here with Joanne Shearparkin, who is a registered dietitian, master's level, and myself as a registered dietitian and wellness coach. And we have worked together for many, many years, combined experience of about 75 years. We just figured out. That seems crazy, Joanne, but Joanne has been a huge mentor of mine, and she's taught me so much about being a dietitian, and I have really strived, and so has Joanne, to be a trendsetter and really thinking ahead, right? And figuring out what's out there that we need to know the most about, and really about prevention, and also making sure people are getting their money's worth, right? And wanting to do the things that are necessary in their daily routines. So today we're talking about collagen, and we're going to kind of sort through, I don't know, the maze of collagen and why it's a big deal, and if you should or should not have it in your bodies. So let's go ahead and get started, Joanne. I'll share my screen here.
All right.
And just a little bit about us on the screen, and then, really keeping in mind that we want to talk to you today about LifeVantage TrueScience liquid collagen. Joanne and I are both distributors in LifeVantage and have been doing this for almost 12 years together, right?
12 years.
And yes, and this has made it so that all of our thoughts about activation, nutrigenomics, really focusing on being able to change your future by what you're putting into your body has been, we're able to do that in this business. And that's been a really big part of what we felt strongly in as healthcare providers. And so we're going to talk about activating wellness inside and out. And Joanne, I'm going to let you kind of take it away and give us a little bit of details on the company, if you would.
You bet. I'll talk the next couple of slides will be about our company and a little bit about how we got started. So our company is LifeVantage, and we're based in Salt Lake City. LifeVantage is a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ with over 20 years of product manufacturing experience, over 2 billion in products sold. Very solid, stable company, and we are debt-free. That's great.
Yes, absolutely.
And our company, we focus on activation, activating wellness inside and out. And we started with our little yellow pill, little yellow activator called Protandim Nrf2. Next slide.
Sure.
Okay, so we started back in 1969 when a scientist by the name of Dr. Joe McCord discovered a molecule called SOD. Now, he worked for many years trying to bring an SOD drug to market and found out that, like a lot of drugs, had too many side effects. Well, in 2003, he formulated Protandim Nrf2, and it was his eureka moment because he found the perfect formula that increased that SOD by 30% and lowered oxidative stress by 40%. This hit the ABC primetime news and investigative report. It really did launch our product on the market. And there have been now millions of bottles sold around the world.
Amazing. I love that. And you know what? This is one of my favorite slides because I still remember Joanne and I have done a lot of history and gastroenterology and cardiology, and it's been our focus is nutrition and those types of things and situations. But we talked so much about oxidative stress, and really Protandim Nrf2 is what caught both Joanne and my attention first. And when we look at this is basically, rusting from the inside out, which is what oxidative stress is. And look at that really nice apple and seeing that breakdown and all of the things that can happen from that, and seeing what causes it. Well, all the regular things that we're exposed to in our environment, whether it's things we're eating, activity, exposed to different products or things in the environment, basically saying that we can't avoid it. Oxidative stress is just out there. And when we know that it is, if it's not controlled, it affects every organ system. And so, I just mentioned a couple that Joanne and I were really big into, but we also tried to be able to be a good resource for people with a lot of different issues. And we know that if people have uncontrolled oxidative stress and this free radical oxidative stress or damage, it can cause havoc in your body. And one of the things that's fun to be able to do Fun for Joanne and I, maybe not so fun for everybody else, but we love PubMed.gov because that's why we're here. It's the National Library of Medicine. It looks like a big online library that you can see all the research studies that have been done on anything. Like a lot of healthcare professionals go there to get information. So you can type in Protandim, you'll get our studies that come up on there. Lots of independent universities have done studies, and then also looking at oxidative stress. So a great, great resource for you.
So what can we do to reduce oxidative stress? And just like what Nikki was telling you is that, wow, it leads to aging. This is what accelerates aging in our bodies, is this oxidative stress. You might know it as maybe free radical damage. So those free radicals, another term for them is called oxidants. So now you know why antioxidants have been the buzzword for what, 50 years maybe?
Right.
So what can we do? So we need more antioxidants, right? Well, there are two different sources of antioxidants. The one on the left on your screen, they're the direct antioxidants. You're pretty familiar with those, right? Antioxidants in foods, antioxidants in supplements.
Looks good too. It's a beautiful picture.
Great picture. Yeah, and then you're probably not familiar maybe with the ones on the right, which those would be your body's production of catalase, glutathione, and SOD. So the cellular antioxidants that your cells make, and through Nrf2 activation, they are 1,000,000 times more potent and are able to really reduce that oxidative stress so much more powerfully. Think of it this way. If you're taking a vitamin C tablet, which is like a 1-to-1 ratio, and trying to destroy those free radicals, it's kind of like putting a Dixie cup on the fire, right? But if you are able to, through Nrf2 activation, activate your cells to make your own antioxidants, it's like a fire hose in every room of the house. So which would you like to have? Of course, the activation of your own cellular antioxidants.
Yes, obviously, but I'm going to eat well too, right? So we want to make sure we eat well and take advantage of this. I love that.
Absolutely.
Love that, Joanne. And so this is something that, looking back almost 12 years ago, this is what caught your attention, correct? Like these things listed on the screen.
Yes. So so when you're thinking about Protandim Nrf2, which is the solution that we have in a little yellow pill, it can lower that oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. And what it does is it activates your cells to make antioxidants. So when you're thinking about Protandim, it is technically not an antioxidant. It is a cellular activator. It activates your cells to make antioxidants. Okay, so you're making antioxidants with Protandim rather than taking them. And also, we have a study from the National Institute of Aging that it is the only dietary supplement proven to extend lifespan. Can't spit that out. Life in male mice. So yes,
wow.
Yeah.
And it's really that synergy of those 5 ingredients. You see the ingredients along the bottom, very small amounts of each one, and it's them working together. And something I like to brag about is we have that NSF certification, and we also are approved by the Banned Substance Control Group. So professional athletes are also able to use it. And, really over the years, we've expanded our product line because Nrf2 is our baby, right? That's what makes LifeVantage different. And now we have a whole different, you see this here, a collage of products that we're able to say are Nrf2 activated products. And we are an activation company. But what we're really excited about is this summer, we have actually been able to add in collagen. And collagen is a buzzword. That's something everyone's talking about. And one of the things that I really like is that our collagen is different. And we're going to explain a little bit more about what makes us different and then show you some results. And we're really, really excited about it. And again, one of the reasons that we are so excited about is the research that we have to back it up, which we'll go through a little bit too. So collagen? Why is it a big deal? Well, it's a structural protein that is responsible for some of those proteins in your body. And we don't really know that we're deficient. We just see the visible signs, often on the outside, with that saggy, I don't like that word, but saggy, dull, and wrinkled looking skin. And we know that as we are getting to about the age of 30, It declines. What do you think about that, Joanne?
Yeah, so I know when I first saw this graph, I was like in shock because, I'm in my early 70s and I was looking at that age down there at the 70. I'm like, whoo, boy, am I deficient in collagen.
Right. And I'm
um,
kind of in the middle.
yeah, you're in the middle. So, look at that. Look, just starting at age 30, look at the big drop between age
Yeah.
30 and 40. So this isn't just not old people are deficient
Yes.
in collagen, a lot of young
Right.
people are as well. And so you think,
Absolutely.
as dietitians, the first thing we think about is food, right, Nikki? We think,
Right.
okay, where can you get more collagen? So
Hmm.
there aren't many really great food sources of collagen is kind of the issue. Maybe it used to be when, when I grew up on the farm, we had the old pot on the
True.
stove with the bones, the beef bones and chicken bones boiling away on top of the stove and making our own bone broth. But nowadays, people aren't just really doing that. And that's really the main source of collagen in the diet. Organ meat, some sardines. And so, Nikki, you eat a lot of those, don't you? Those sardines.
Yeah, gotta tell you that I'm not super excited about any of those things that are listed on there, except for the part about the smaller amounts in the meat, fish, and eggs. I'm in there, but
You're
the
okay
other
with
stuff,
that.
not
Don't
so
forget
much.
about
I'm not really excited.
Now, don't forget about the vitamin C too.
Yeah, I like the vitamin C.
Yeah, I got to get the vitamin C in there too, so you can help you to utilize your collagen as well. So, what makes TrueScience liquid collagen superior and unique? Well, it's all about the science. Three things that we really want you to remember, or maybe you don't need to remember, but this is what makes it unique: is that we activate, we replenish, and we maintain your collagen. All the formulas out there usually only do one of those, and that is just to replenish. So, what is in this collagen? Well, first ingredient is fish collagen peptides. Now, most of the collagen that's on the market, I would say 90% or more, is bovine from cattle. But fish collagen peptides are better. That greater absorption, 1.5 times greater absorption than bovine, greater bioavailability just means that, your cells like the fish peptides a whole lot better than the bovine. And you have greater anti-inflammatory potential. And our collagen is made from sustainable wild caught fish. Great, great stuff.
That doesn't surprise me that you tell me that the fish is the better option, especially over what we've learned about how fish is such a huge part in lowering inflammation and being able to make a difference there. And when we're looking at that fish collagen peptides, as we're looking at replenishing, we have 5 grams of those hydrolyzed marine peptides. And like you said, from those sustainable wild caught fish, which is very important to us as well, providing 10 types of collagen. And one other thing I should mention is hydrolyzed. What does that mean? It just means that it's broken down into small enough pieces so that your body can utilize it as well as it can. And then we also get those amino acids in there to be able to help with the skin moisture elasticity and that collagen density.
And just to point out too, Nikki, is that the competitors out there, most of them only have 1 or 2 different types.
Yeah.
And we have 10, right?
That's
10
amazing.
different types for
I
10
love
different body organs and cells and functions. Yes.
I love that. Now let's talk about this iceberg. Joanne, I
Yes,
love
yes.
this slide. Tell me more.
Yes, because when you think of fish collagen or you think about collagen in general, the main thing you're thinking about is your skin, your hair, your nails. Well,
Mhm.
those are just the visible benefits. What I call that the tip of the iceberg is because there's all of these enormous inside benefits that you're going to get. So, when I first heard about fish collagen peptides, I went to pubmed.gov, and this is something I encourage all of you to do as well, is just go type that in, go to PubMed, type in fish collagen peptides, and just look at the research you're going to find. This is what I found, and this is what you will find, is that fish collagen peptides supports tissue generation repair, bone regeneration, and they've done these studies in animals, bone flexibility, helps with that, improves your muscle mass and strength. It's good for your gut health, wound healing, joint flexibility.
Wow.
Boost your immune response, antioxidant protection, liver protection, kidney function, insulin sensitivity, helps maintain a healthy blood pressure. And of course, we all love this, right? Helps with weight management.
I kind of feel like weight management should be up to the top, but I mean,
Oh,
they feel
yes.
like that's kind of what everybody looks at. I love this, and what a great resource, and utilizing again that PubMed.gov, like you mentioned, to be able just to dig into it ourselves and see what we think. So, what about this ruby red quinoa? I remember back in the day, and I still eat quinoa, right? And we talked a lot about quinoa, but this is different.
Different. Yes, it's different. Nikki, this is an extract from a plant from Taiwan, and it's called Chenopodium formosanum. We like it's de Julis in the research, and this is really the activation piece of our collagen. It unlocks the cells' ability to absorb the collagen, because remember, we chop up the fish collagen peptides into smaller pieces to get it better absorbed. And of course, we also know fish collagen is amazing at absorption and bioavailability. But this extract, it helps to get the collagen into your cells, right? It's not going to do any good just floating around your body.
Love that.
You got to get it into the cells. And this is what this does. It activates a specific gene responsible for increasing the collagen density and synthesis by 42%.
Wow.
At the same time, this extract deactivates, it turns off this gene that's responsible for the collagen degradation. Because remember, back to that graph, we're losing that collagen. Our collagen is degrading every year, right?
Yes.
So this helps to reduce that degradation of your collagen by 33%. Powerful, powerful.
Wow.
Little activation in our collagen.
So it seems like a no-brainer. Instead of just forcing a bunch of collagen into our system, that's maybe like a beef variety or a bovine variety, we have the one that is lower in inflammation. We have the ability to open up those cells to be able to receive it, but we're also helping our body to not destroy what it already has. That's and right. Activate its ability to make it better than it was even to start with, huh?
Exactly. That's what it does. And of course, this is also because it's a Nrf2 activator. We know about, you already learned about Nrf2, right? We're talking about Proteandum, Nrf2 activation, activating your cells to make antioxidant. Look at the antioxidants that are also generated by this red quinoa extract, superoxide dismutase, glutathione, all of those that are 1,000,000 to 1 in terms of the benefits, and scavenging all those nasty free radicals. Awesome.
Wow. And if they're wanting to look up the research, again, PubMed.gov, and typing in de Julis, and they can see some of those things, and maybe we'll find other things that we haven't even had a chance to find yet. But this is probably my favorite part, because honestly, when I heard about it, I thought, how is this really going to taste? Like, when I think about marine peptides or fish peptides, it doesn't sound like the thing I want to be drinking, but it's very good. And the thing that we want to remember is that vitamin C and the antioxidants are an important part of this as well, to help promote that production and slow down the breakdown of the existing collagen, but also to make it taste good so that you don't want to miss a day. I think that's a pretty important thing to make sure.
And it's all about the synergy too. We want to, remember that word, synergy. All these ingredients and nutrients, extracts, everything, they're all working together in synergy to give you absolutely the best collagen that you could put in your body, right?
That's so good.
This is what I love too. Super clean, what's not in it. None of the stuff that, any of us want to have in a product, right? So
right. And I think this is worth spending a little time on too, most definitely, especially that no added sugar and no artificial sweeteners, and still having it taste good. Definitely a yummy option. And so remembering that we want to think about why liquid. When you think about it, I have some here, and we have these little bottles, right? And we drink this whole bottle, and we shake it up and drink the whole bottle. But the liquid's an important part, because when you're putting a powder in your system, if you don't mix it with enough water, you're going to take fluids and water from other places in your body, when really we're trying to be able to promote more moisture. So we want to make sure it's broken down into the easiest way for your body to be able to just use it and utilize it as easily as it can, without having to go through any sort of procedure or process to be able to break it down. This makes it very bioavailable, meaning your body can utilize it as best as it can and absorb it and get it to where it needs to go. So let's talk about results. We told you what's in it, why it's activated, why it's important, what's not in it. Let's look at these results. So we've got Mark on the left. He's looking great. Like, looking at those eyes, I feel like with men, oftentimes they don't really think as much about it. We have some redness on the right there. That's nice and improved, obviously. And then we have Kim on the left, Marcy on the right. And I don't know about you, but Kim's was one of the first ones I saw with all of this, and it blew my mind. And also, she talks a lot about not just this outside stuff she's seeing, she feels so much better. And it's really hard to describe, but when we think about what the difference this is making and being able to utilize it and use it in all systems of our body, it's just different. We talk a lot about true confidence, and I think that's probably one of the best ways to describe it. And Marcy,
Yes.
oh my gosh, she's got to be so happy.
Yes, she looks great. And, this is, kind of almost mind boggling. I don't think we really had a clue when they first formulated the product, even how that the results would be so amazing.
Right.
The inside benefits, the skin benefits. Look at Sonny over here, the 86-year-old with the skin. He had had an injury in his arm and had all of the damage done to all of the developed in the cellular structure of his arms. Just look at that and what that collagen has done for him in 45 days. And look at the crepey skin on our friend's legs here, and just in a short time, what it's done for her legs. I bet she's happy wearing shorts now, right?
Oh my gosh, I would never wear pants. I'd be wearing shorts all the time. And I know she was just on a big trip, and I'm sure she was wearing her shorts the entire time. And when you look at it, like, I think as we age, we see a lot of these skin situations, and just looking at that improvement, and it looks painful on the left and it doesn't look so painful on the right. I think that's amazing. And then we got Sean here with his, we tease him about his booking photo because he looks so grumpy, right? But look at the difference, and he just keeps getting better. And I love that. And then you have this swelling in the hand on the right side, and it just looks more painful. And I just see that difference. And like we were talking about earlier, how much better that must feel. And look at that vein she has on her hand there too, the difference in how that's sticking out for her.
You know what I think about, Nikki, when I see these photos is that I think about, we're seeing kind of visually on the outside, but I'm thinking, inflammation, kind of, isn't that what you think?
Yeah, exactly.
And that what you're doing is you're lowering that oxidative stress on the inside. Oxidative stress is linked with inflammation, so it's just like this product. And what the collagen does is it just gives your body all of the tools it needs to really, really to repair and heal your skin, and also all those inside benefits. That's what I'm at 73.
I know.
That's what I'm really, I love.
Well, I agree with you.
I love how my skin looks, and how I feel, and vice versa. My true.
Well, and a lot of people do different skin procedures, but again, that's just topical, and it's not doing anything inside, and those are very, very expensive. And so being able to have something we can do that's not like putting on a lotion or having an expensive treatment, I love that. And then we also have an 8-week clinical trial. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but just know that this is here on the key ingredients in our product. Really good results. And what's kind of fun, if you want to compare this to some magazine advertisements for other products that people have, and you see how much of a difference this is, and how much more of an improvement that we're seeing.
Yeah, I think we should, I think the increase in those antioxidant enzymes is just huge.
Oh yeah.
Superoxide dismutase by 27 times, and catalase levels increased 202%. Amazing, amazing, unbelievable. So you're really getting those cellular antioxidant benefits, as well as the very, very best collagen you could probably take. And our study supports it. You see the results. And so when you see those results on the outside, of course, can you imagine what's happening on the inside? I'm excited about that.
Totally. I know, I'm too. And when we look at this, we've talked about Nrf2 activation, and like we said, we're the activation company, and Nrf2 activation, whether we're using it in our Protandim or doing it with our liquid collagen, we have that makes us different. And Washington State University talking about Nrf2 activation, saying it's potentially the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventive breakthrough in the history of medicine. And so that just gives me goosebumps, and thinking about the progress over the last years. And there's a couple different options for you if you're interested in looking at liquid collagen. There's ways to be able to start this transformation that a lot of people are looking for. You can do that just with the liquid collagen, or pairing that up with the Healthy Glow Stack, which is what I chose, using that Protandim Nrf2 and that liquid collagen. You will not find me without my Protandim. That has been on my counter for the last 11 years, almost 12, and it's definitely a staple for myself and Joanne. I know that anywhere you're going, you're packing that with you as well.
All the time.
Absolutely. And Joanne and I, we looked back at this, we thought about just being customers, being able to see the research and knowing that we wanted to be able to get this in our body and look at prevention and wellness, especially with the research with that protandim Nrf2. And as things have progressed, we've added some different products, and there's different ways to be able to get into the business, which Joanne and I decided to do, basically because we probably wouldn't stop talking about it, because that's just the way we are. When we know something can make a big difference, we don't stop talking, right?
That's right. Well, I heard about Nrf2 activation and what it could do for people and lower that oxidative stress. I knew of nothing out there, in a pill that could do that. I knew that this was going to be a massive, huge breakthrough and help a lot of people. So that's why, I joined as a distributor. I was a very busy person at the time, but I just, like you, Nikki, I knew I wouldn't be able to zip the lip and not be open to sharing with people. And I'm so glad I did.
Me too.
Think about over the years, the number of people that we have been able to touch and help. It's just
absolutely 100%. And now they've made it so there's a couple different options. If you're interested in just doing collagen, you can do that as a business builder, and that's on the left side. And then there's also ways to be able to fill your try all the products that we have with the Elite Pack at a big discount. And then also you can have a little smaller version with the Premier Pack. It's totally whatever is up to you. Definitely, remembering, like Joanne had mentioned, we're a publicly traded company. Our financials are visible. This is our earnings claim statement. People start out as distributors and work their way up as they see fit and as the work that they're doing to be able to grow their own business. And what's interesting to see is the average monthly commissions at the paid rank. And so one of our big goals when people look at the business is getting into this Pro 3 rank. Really looking at that extra $600 a month would be a huge thing, right? That's the average. And Joanne and I are both sitting right around here at this Elite Pro 7 level. And it's been truly a gift to be able to have that. I can still remember the feeling that I had when my mortgage was paid by my LifeVantage business. It was very good. And I appreciated all the hard work that I did to be able to help my team grow, and all the work that my team has done to be able to make a lot of life-changing decisions. So,
Nikki, for me, of course, it was that I was recently widowed at age 61 when I joined the company. And I was wondering and thinking, well, would I ever be able to retire? And of course, this business really did help me achieve that goal. And I'm so forever thankful. And I think it's a proven simple system that we have that really helped me. I didn't have to reinvent the wheel. I had mentorship and training in a simple system. I didn't have to inventory products. I didn't have any employees.
I love that too.
Yeah. And no invoicing, didn't have to ship the products. Our company takes care of that. I mean, they just make it so. They make it as a very simple system, but for it to work, you'll have to work it. You'll have to work the system.
Absolutely.
And
now,
that's what we've done.
Now, you did mention not having any employees, and I know that I was your employee for a very long time before this, but I won't take any offense to that. Since we're stuck doing this together, and we absolutely love it. And
we're having fun, as you could tell.
So one thing I want to make sure we tell you before we let you go is take pictures. And then when you've taken pictures, take some more, because no matter what, there's all kinds of things that have the potential for change. We've seen them in the before and afters, and you want to be able to have those comparisons. You don't have to share them with anybody, but just being able to look at them yourself. And so making sure you do that before you start drinking your liquid collagen, and then also keeping track of how you feel. And we are so excited that you joined us tonight or today.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining.
Absolutely. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you get back with whoever you need to. And I've got mine. We'll go ahead. Got to shake it up.
Yeah, we're gonna shake it up. Yep.
Shake it, and then crack this baby, and we'll cheers our collagen. Joanne.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, you guys. Have the best night.